Prior to, either the subsidy removal or Jonathan's second coming, or during the election that brought Ambode into, limelight as a Lagos State governor. He's spat all manner of hate speeches, abusive, even curses against the Igbo man. We saw it, we watched it, and being Igbo, we learned to contain, to be, diplomatic. We just turn our back on that. But what happened recently concerning the Canadian Igbo has started to exhume all those abusive hate speeches against Igbo by Remi Tinubu and the rest of tribal bigots or bigots in southwestern Nigeria. Of recent, Samurepa threw it on the social media for the whole world, EU, Canada, United States of America, and even United Nations to see how far the wife of the current Nigerian president has gone to lay curse on the tribe of that woman that was subjected to all manner of psychological abuse for 4-5 days now. If you abuse my tribe, if you abuse Amaka's tribe, Amaka has right to abuse your tribe. Raf Mbechi has right to abuse your own tribe. No man is an island. No man is indispensable. If you curse my tribe, I will curse your tribe 5 times. Provided there are witnesses and the world, God, is watching. So what Amaka did is as a result of desperation and in response to what someone said against Amaka's tribe. Today I'm standing with Amaka. Yes. Oh, you don't know? If Amaka go to prison, they should call me. Let me go there. Yes, I would go in confinement with her. She's a true Igbo woman living in Canada, either by naturalization or by what? Visitation.
2 wrongs can
migration.
Right.
Oga, 2 wrongs can make right. Why? Negative is positive. It's finished. Arithmetically, 2 wrongs can make right. Minus is equals to plus. Plus is equals to minus. It is when negative and plus and the positive come together, the result will be negative. So what Amaka has done, Amaka is right. The Benin man abused Igbo nation, threatening the whole Igbos, to poison the whole Igbo children all over the world. And Amaka reacted in affirmation or in, to negate what the Benin man said and what MC Oloma and the rest of them that caused the Igbo nation during gubernatorial election in Lagos State said against his nation. The Amaka of a girl or a lady absolutely overreacted positively to represent Igbo well, to stop elimination of Igbo race from map of Africa. They tried it against Israel so many times in 1930s, 40s, Adolf Hitler and so on and so forth. They resisted and they died, and not all of them escaped from Germany into the United States of America and the various countries in Asia and even in Africa here. And today, the Jews, the Israeli, they still remain. So many attempts has been made by the Nigerian nation to eliminate the race called Igbo. Rising from 1950s, there are many riots, protests, uproar, uprising, organized by the Fulani Hausa hegemony to make sure that Igbo race is stamped out from Africa, from East Africa. Still, we remain here. So the campaign did not start from Remi Tinubu. Remi Tinubu is not the one that started it. During British colonization era, someone started it. The Igbo man rise up. Many of them, James Bialy, and so on and so forth, become the first outright Igbo agitator that agitated for emancipation of Biafra, the Igbo nation, in 18th century, 18th century. He did not succeed. He was at least allowed to go into Britain and study. After finishing his study, and they come back, and today he could not succeed. Then Ojukus, they took over. The son of a billionaire in the southeastern Nigeria, the Igbo, from the Igbo region. And we started, and that was how we become resilient to make sure that we are here today in Nigeria. See, let me tell you, Remi Tinubu's tantrum, rantings, can never stop Igbo existence. If you want to doubt me, I will refer you to Oni of Ife. Oni of Ife will tell you the more. He is a paramount leader, royal leader in the southwest, and also a good friend of the Igbos. That young man will tell you everything about the Hebrew. We are the Hebrew, the Igbo, the Hebrew, or whatever the pronunciation defines us. But we are still remaining the same Igbo. Curses, hate speech, ethnic cleansing that happened 54, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago did not stop Igbo man. We are still here. Reintegration, reconstruction, that go on started as what? Reconciliation agenda did not stop still. Hate, ethnic hate against the Igbo man. It is still, the Civil War did not stop it. But we tried our best. But after the Civil War, Gowon was like to reconcile, reintegrate the Igbos into the national, into the system, Nigerian system. But still, they are relenting. They are not relenting. They are relenting, sorry, to make sure that they bring Igbo man down. Here we are today. Remi Tinubu has insulted the Igbo. He said he will use curse, he will use all manner of deities against the Igbos. And we are here today. The more you curse Israel, the more stronger Israel grows. They are doing it now in the Middle East. All the 22 member nations, Arab member nations, they are fighting hard to make sure that Israel is eliminated, wiped out of the map of the earth. But still, Israel is there, waxing strong, fighting the most laudable, plausible, precision war ever fought in the history of the world. See, let me tell you, who are the people in power? You mean the Yoruba? Nobody's fighting Yoruba. They are our friends. For a very long time, we've been living together with the Yorubas. No Igbo man is ever hating Yoruba man. I have Igbo man, I have Igbo woman, many of them as my friends. We've been living together. Oga, remove Yoruba man out of it. It is the political class, the ruling class, all the cabals surrounding Tinubu around. They are the one that is orchestrating hate, anti-Igbo, Igbophobia, that is just growing thick and thicker than ever on social media. Yoruba man does not hate Igbo man. Igbo man pay. Igbo man pay for his house rent. Igbo man pay for his shop rent. Igbo man is paying loma. Igbo man is paying taxes. Igbo man is building, buying lands with his money in Yoruba land, promoting Yoruba economy. No Yoruba man is an enemy of Yorubas. Go and conduct your own opinion poll. It is a certain political people, classes, leaders that are planning to cause trouble between the Igbos and the Yorubas. We have been living in Yoruba land so peaceful many years, till now. We are all together, and anybody that's trying to orchestrate trouble in our midst, we know them, and we are trying to dodge it, we are trying to avoid it, and it's not gonna come. See, let me tell you, the current posting by Samuel Ekpa and AIT for the world to see what the wife of the so-called Bola Ahmed Tinubu has said against the Igbo nation has what? Reduced the pains, the psychological trauma. Amaka, the girl that everybody wants to crucify in Canada, is going right now. Amaka is free. Amaka is an honest girl. Amaka is like a girl. It's like me that is fighting hard to fight back. Anytime you fight against Igbo man, I will be there to do what? To counter it. Nte, cricket will not fly. Okay? Amaka is right. Everybody has seen what the so-called wife, Remi Tinubu, the wife of Nigerian president, has said against an innocent tribe that won an election, presidential election last year, and still they used money and stole it. Yoruba man voted for Obi, Hausa man, Igbo man, Efik Ibibio. That's why I'm telling everybody, no Yoruba man is against the Igbos. It's a particular people that are trying to orchestrate trouble in Nigeria, in Lagos, against the Igbo. Because they are what? Jealous. How are these Igbo men are still growing stronger and stronger in the faces of what? Animosity, hostilities, and the hate. Even abhorrence is not left out. Igbo must go sponsors are faceless. I have come again. Igbo must go sponsors are faceless because it has political undertone. The sponsors are still at the back door, hiding at the curtain. They don't want to expose their faces or identity. Because we know that Bayo Ononuga has proved himself so open that he has serious hatred against the Igbo man. With the kind of statement he made recently, impassioned against the love people have for Igbo man. The kind of statement he made recently has inflamed the fire of hate of Igbo man across Nigeria. Still the Hausas are removing their head because the Hausas are just seeing us as innocent people. Likewise, our Yoruba brothers in the southwest, they've actually known that we have done nothing wrong. The people that are threatening the Igbos, I know them. You know them, all of them. Everybody that are on social media platform know the haters of Igbos. It's not the whole Yoruba. It is a particular crop of what? Politicians, miscreants that are campaigning for the Igbos to go. Remember, today is the expiring date.
So having known
the TikToker, the blogger that gave us quit notice, Christian, today is the expiring date. Look at Yoruba man. I woke up with him this morning. We exchanged greetings, pleasantries, two of us. I bid him bye, he bade me bye. And today, we are waiting for the landlords that gave us quit notice to vacate their land. They are all faceless. Yoruba man is a good friend of the Igbos.
Okay, having known this, what should Igbos do now? Having known this threat?
This threat, we know what happened is that no matter what happened, come what may, we have begun, even in the past, earlier than this, as of last year, to move our investments gradually into the southeastern Nigeria. I insert my examples, many production companies, many private entities, business entities have begun to slowly, gradually moving into the southeastern Nigeria. I insert my example, Ebukobi's ministry, a good man of God, an innocent evangelist. He has started to bid southwestern Nigeria by for a permanent settlement in the southeastern Nigeria where his ancestors emanate from. See, it is a gradual process. It's not going to be something that will happen by impromptu or sudden. This time around, we have begun to count our blessings, the good things that God have done to us all in the southwestern Nigeria. It is time for Igbo man to think about homegoing. And we have now decided that homegoing is what is going to bring this fire of hate, opposition, hostilities, and animosities against the Igbo man.
The United Nations said that Nigeria is deeply divided because of what they have seen in the past almost 2 years. The bigotry that has been noticed in high places, especially at the government center. United Nations, Bloomberg, other media houses are taking note of what is happening in Nigeria and how the bigotry is directed at a particular section of the country, which is the Igbo. For AIT to come out and take out this video of Remi Tinubu, wife of the president, an old video where she said that she's going to invoke the deities on Igbos, that if they don't marry them, whatever, Igbos, they'll sell their houses and do all sorts of, it's hate speech, established as hate speech. For a medium like AIT, African Independent Television, to take this up tells a lot about how bigotry has become official in Nigeria because a certain section of the country decide not to support a man. A certain people decide not to support a man. I have said it over and over again. If you don't support Bola Ahmed Tinubu, does not mean that you don't support Yoruba. They are taking it personal because this is Nigeria. And if Nigeria is going to get better, it's going to get better for everybody, you and I. For the United Nations to make that statement, it means that there is a place we are going to. There is something that will be activated at the very time it will be activated. Now, it is official that Nigeria cannot be won on the international scene. citing some of the statements that is made by people in power today. Somebody said it was a joke, that she was joking. She was just joking. It's the people, when you watch that video very well, you know that the abundance of your heart, that mouth, she was saying it emphatically. She was serious about what she was saying. If you look at her countenance, at how she was hitting and insisting, Igbos, Igbos, Igbos. There is another video whereby she wanted to support a person, a disabled person. She had to ask for the tribe of that person before she supports. A deaconess in a church that is going to invoke deities on a particular tribe in Nigeria, and we know that person to be affiliated to one of the popular churches in Nigeria, tells you a lot. As one of the actions of the government, when Tinubu was doing his campaign, when you look at some of the things he said in his campaign, most things that dominated his campaign was attack on Ipitobi and other presidential candidates. He did not say anything meaningful. So it is established that bigotry, hate for the Igbos, has been found in high places. And we thank God that the United Nations and other international media houses are responding, reacting to what is happening in Nigeria today, which means that we are getting to a place. We are getting to a place of no return. You see, the hatred for the Igbos, like I have always said, it is the APC Ronu political elite. They are the ones that are orchestrating those hate and bigotry so as to divert the attentions of people from what the evil they are committing. Nobody is even looking at or assessing Tinubu's government. And some people are deliberately doing what they are doing just to divert attention. They are sitting down, they are planning on the next step they are going to take in order to fuel another conversation about Igbo hate. My Edo people, my other tribes, understand this is what these people will do. They have been doing it since Nigeria independence. Yoruba controlled the media then. And you see what narrative can cause. You see what narrative. If not for social media, I think the Yoruba, the Southwest will have been controlling the narrative long time ago. You see how a particular radio station was dedicated to speak against Jonathan. A particular radio station in the Southwest. And they planned this for a very long time. They were consistent and calculative in attacking the government of Jonathan to rubbish it, and they captivated the minds of the people in the Southwest until they now had to unleash their online campaigns and physical campaigns, calling Jonathan names. They used the media. The Southwest used the media to push Jonathan out. That's why I would doubt any information, any historical information from a biased Southwest controlled media. Now, you are tagging a coup, an Igbo coup, but looking at your antecedent, looking at what you're doing now, will make me not trust your judgment when you are writing history, when you are telling people about what happened in the past. Look at how narratives have been changed. P2B sponsored. Okay, if there was no social media, the traditional media would have carried it out like that. P2B sponsors whatever. This one, IPOB, obedient, criminal, Nnamdi Kanu, this and that. That's how it will have become part of our history. Now, if not for what AIT has done and other social media platforms, you would know that these guys have a kind of hatred for a particular tribe. Thank God for social media. And social media is leveraging and debunking all the lies that have been spoken in the past. Some people just write some things down and it becomes our history, not minding whether it is accurate or it is the truth or objective. We know that there's a plot, there's a plan against people in the Southeast. But you know one thing, the sun will rise. Nobody stops the sun from rising. It will rise in its own time. It will rise, and it's even good for the Southeasterners so that they can come back to their senses and find a way to come back, build themselves in that 5 plot of land and develop that place. There should be a consensus and develop that place. what Nigeria is doing to the Igbo man is good for me, so that we can come back to our senses and start developing our region, holding those governors accountable for every money they get from the federal government, so that they can utilize it for the development, not stealing the little money we already have. We have been shortchanged. The money that they even shortchange us, few of us will just go and start stealing it. It is established that the political class, whether it's Fulani, Hausa, or the Yoruba, the Kanuri political class, not the Yoruba people. See, they are wonderful Yoruba people. But you see, when somebody is taking something against your tribe, those wonderful people will not be able to stop it. Will not be able. We have moderate Muslims, we have radical and fanatical Muslims. Moderate Muslims will be defending himself, while the fanatical Muslims will be killing you, and you are gone. They kill you, they take over your towns, they take over your whatever, just like what the Fulani is doing to the Muslims. We have moderate Fulanis, but they will sit down there while the radical Fulanis start killing you and taking over your land. The moderate Fulanis will now come and inherit the land. So moderate Fulanis is like trying to make you lose guard, so that the radical and fanatical Fulanis will destroy you. That is why it is tit for tat now. We know they are good Yorubas, but the ones among them are fueling something that may destroy the image, or have already destroyed the image Nigeria has for Yoruba as a Southwest. We don't care who is good or bad. Good, bad people are in every society, in every tribe. But what we are talking about is, there is something you do, and at a point in time, you need to stop it. Your formats have been casted by social media. Everybody is now wise and know what to do and know what steps you are taking. I can demystify. I can explain to others that this is what this guy is doing, even though you are doing it and thinking that nobody knows what you are doing. We know what the Southwest media is doing, and have been doing for a long time. And it's time to speak up against any hate or bigotry against a particular tribe and other tribes in Nigeria.